make the wrong move. I'm unstoppable.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another day, another dollar podcast. I'm your host, Elmer, aka the forklift guy. Today, we've got a fun project for you. We're going to be welding this earpiece here on a big Hoist Marina lift. So, please pardon my hiccups. But yeah, so the key here, I'll show you later, but we're going to be welding this onto the swing cylinders, and they swing the forks left and right when they pick up the boats. And the bushing, new bushing, Toyota part number, because Hoist is owned by Toyota now, so everything's a Toyota number. New bushing, GoldenEye 007 goes here. The reason we're doing this is because the old piece, it mushroomed out so bad that the bushing just, dances inside of there, and whenever you use the swing cylinder, it just goes ticka 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 ticka. So stick around. I don't think I've shown much welding on this channel, so it'll be.
This is the first time we've filmed welding.
Yeah, so it'll be fun. It'll be interesting. Be the first time I've ever welded anything this thick before. All right, so essentially this is what we're doing. Swing cylinder, we took it off, just this side. You can see here, see how I was doing that? I was just coming off. So this is the old one, this is the new one. And then you have this piece here, this is the new earpiece. So you can see how rounded out and ovaled out this one is. So really the only options here was to get this new piece, which was the cheapest and quickest way, I think. Only other thing you could do is cut this off, right? Take this to a machine shop, or you can do it yourself, weld inside of here, and then you'd have to line bore it out to the right size. So this way was quicker, kind of ish. Actually, no, it wasn't quicker. I lied. This piece took about 3 weeks to get here. So would it have been quicker? No, but probably cheaper, maybe. I don't know. Who knows? This is really not. It's not about the money. It's about what's best. Yeah, the job at hand is to. Let's cut this off with the oxygen torch. Oxygen acetylene. Let's clean this up real quick. We'll cut this off. Hopefully it goes really well, smooth. We'll grind it down flush, but before that, we'll measure between here and up there. We'll measure, make a line, or make a cut here, so we know where the top is. The bottom, we'll do the same. We'll measure down to the ground, make a line, and then we'll do the same for here to here, and then this edge to this edge, just so we make sure we put it back in the exact spot. Yeah. Other way you can do it is obviously go like this, but and then center it there. You can also measure between here and there, but different ways to do it. Same end result. So let's get to measuring. Let's get to cutting. Let's get to welding. Follow along. I'm not a certified welder. So, I feel like I'm a good welder, but just please show some grace. I'm not a trained professional welder, but I defend myself. Huh? Just do a little ice just to see if it wants.
Yeah. Dude, that looks so sick.
Huh?
That looks so sick.
Yeah, that welds way better. I don't know what's up with that machine, man. Ever since I bought it second hand, but the guy said that he never used it. Maybe it's because he could never get it to figure out. Maybe it's just, and it could only work with 220, even though it's an inverter welder. All right, whatever, bro. Let's cut this off. Let's measure it first. Cut it off. All right, so it's 1 before the 3. 1 before the 3. Wow, dude. We did it!
I'm unstoppable.
All right, so I just tack welded there for now, and I've got 3 and 7/8, something like that, and it should be 3.5, but whatever. I think it'll work like that. This one is about 3.5. So I'm a little bit off, but that's okay. There's gonna be some forgiveness in this cylinder, depending on how far out it swings out. This one might swing out just a tad more or a tad less. I don't think a quarter of an inch is gonna be much, or 3/4 of an inch. All right, so it took a little while, but this is probably because I don't have that much experience yet with these kind of welding jobs. But cut everything off. We grinded it down as much as we could. Put the new bushing in. I opted out of putting the pin in through the cylinder and then putting it up against the wall. That way I know that this is centered. Tack welded it, and then now it slides like this perfectly. That means I know that at least horizontally I'm even. Vertically I might be a couple inches off this way, but so far from what I've measured, 44 down, 32 and a half up, or not 32, 23 and a half up. I'm in the middle. I used the same length that it was before and just moved it up against the wall with the pin in, and it lined up perfectly like that. Now we're just gonna do a lot of fill-in welding, make it structurally sound. We'll paint it, and we'll get out of here. So hopefully you're learning something. Obviously there's probably better ways to do it. As my equipment gets better and I get bigger welding jobs, you know.
Comment down below.
Not bad. Got Alright, so it's been taking a little longer than I thought. It's a lot more welding than I imagined. But we're pretty much done. Right side's done. Pretty much welded up. Bottom side's welded up. Left side's welded up. Top part's welded up. We got one more pass on this edge right here, just to clean it up, make it look good. And then pretty much done. All right, that welding job's done. Let's clean everything up, lift the forks up, we'll swing it back and forth, make sure it's structurally sound, we'll paint it, and we'll send it off. The ponytail?
Yeah, big dude.
Let's grease it up real quick. So far so good, I think. What do you think? Looks good? Swings out just fine. Might need a little bit of grease here and there. Oh. Had no issues, right? I like it. Let's get out of here. Bye, guys. Love you.